We all saw this happen on the White House grounds. Donald Trump and Elon Musk turning the place into a Tesla showroom. But what you might have missed is what happened before and after this photo was taken. Just before Trump turned the White House grounds into a used car lot, Tesla stock had been in an historic and disastrous slump. With their market value cut in half since December, Musk needed a jolt to his ailing company, and he got it. When the president was asked whether his symbolic purchase of a Tesla at the White House might help the company's stock, Trump said, "I hope it does." But that wasn't all, because the best part of the deal for Donald Trump took place after the Teslas had been driven away and the cameras had been packed up. Because not long after the special live stream on X, or Twitter, had ended, something even more important happened. With Tesla shares on the rebound, Elon Musk promised to pump $100 million into Donald Trump's political operation. That's right, Donald Trump received one of the largest political contributions in American history, all for the price of one measly Tesla Model S and the use of the White House as a sales room. A damn good deal for Donald Trump, if you ask me. For you, the American taxpayer, nothing at all. Zero, zilch, nada. All you got was being taken for a ride. For number 9 of the best deals for Donald Trump, we have to zoom down to Mar-a-Lago, where you can generally find the president golfing on your dime and lining his pockets in the process. We saw this during the first Trump administration, but at that time he was still finishing the front 9. During his first term, Donald Trump made an astounding 473 trips to his own golf courses while in office. But this term, he seems determined to go for the club record. In just his first 100 days, Donald Trump spent over a quarter of those days while in office, golfing. Wouldn't you like a job like that, where you get to play golf every 4 days? Pretty sweet. Through market collapses, Donald Trump is out on the golf course. Through national crises, Donald Trump is out on the golf course, enjoying the golden age in his golden golf cart, playing the back 9, while you struggle to pay your rent or your mortgage. Which is bad in and of itself, that the President of the United States is spending so much time, when there's so many challenges facing American families, out on the golf course. But that's not even the worst of it. Because guess who is paying for all that golf? You are. You are, the American people, the taxpayer. That's right, all those drives and those chip shots, all those slices and those hooks, all the missed putts, you're paying for every hole. This term, reports suggest he's spent well over $30 million in taxpayer funds on these golfing trips. That's your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not just the use of these taxpayer funds that's a travesty. It's that these taxpayer dollars go to benefit him directly. His golf courses, his hotels charge the U.S. government to pay for the Secret Service agents and other White House staff to play golf with him or to accompany him on his rounds, to rent golf carts, to have meals. In other words, your tax dollars are going to the Trump hotel and golf course organizations directly. And if you're interested and wealthy enough, Mar-a-Lago memberships will cost you a cool $1 million or more, where you can hobnob with the president and his family and see if you too can get any special deals from the federal government. But don't spend all your money at the Trump golf courses, because there is a movie that you're going to want to save some money to rent, because, well, someone has got to watch it. Coming in at number 8 of the top 10 deals for the Trump family is Melania's new documentary. On January 6th of this year, Amazon announced a new documentary coming soon. An unprecedented, quote, unprecedented behind-the-scenes look at First Lady Melania Trump, unquote. And get this, Amazon will be paying out $40 million to the Trump family to license the documentary. Okay, so let me just say that again. Amazon is giving $40 million in cash to his family, the Trump family, to license this documentary. Direct cash into the pockets of the Trump family. But apparently, they're still looking for more. Melania's agent has been trying to sell sponsorships for the film, starting at $10 million to prominent CEOs and billionaires who were at the inauguration. In return, for your sponsorship of this Melania documentary. Buyers would get thanked at the end of the credits and be invited to the premiere. Reportedly, Trump interests are also pitching Hollywood for a show about Don Jr.'s time outdoors, a hunting show. Seriously, and who wouldn't want to see it? Might be a little bit like watching Dick Cheney go hunting again. But if you're looking for a way to get in good with the Trump family that doesn't involve golf or TV shows or buying a Tesla at the White House, they're offering another great solution. At number 7 of the top 10 deals for the Trump family during this presidency, we have the Trump family's new private club. As part of their crusade to refill the swamp, the Trump family is opening a private club right here in Washington, D.C. It will be called the Executive Branch. I wish I was kidding. Much like the Trump Hotel in the first administration, it will serve as a gathering place for Trump world and a way to directly pay homage to the president in the form of champagne and caviar and checks to his business endeavors and those of his kids. For a cool $500,000 membership fee, you too can schmooze with people wheeling and dealing within the administration. There is perhaps no more appropriate image of the Trump presidency than this. The Executive Branch Club is an invite-only club for insiders, foreign investors, and billionaires to directly line the pockets of the first family, sending a message as clear as day to anyone who wants to do business in the United States. If you want to be with Trump, you've got to pay the cover charge. And now entering in at number 6 of the top 10 deals for Donald Trump of his presidency, a brand new Trump hotel in Dubai. Right now, literally at this moment, Donald Trump is in the United Arab Emirates. You can imagine the scene, standing in some gold-plated hotel room looking out over Abu Dhabi, and just beyond the line of sight in the distance is the skyline of Dubai. A skyline that, as of a few weeks ago, is likely getting a new feature cutting through the night sky. The Trump International Hotel and Tower Dubai, an 80-floor behemoth. And within it, luxury residences and exorbitantly expensive hotel rooms, apartments that start at a cool $2 million and penthouses that'll cost tens of millions of dollars. Even better, if you can't make the Trump new club here in D.C., there's going to be an exclusive members-only club right there in Dubai. In their words, quote, set to redefine the meaning of exclusive luxury. All benefiting, that's right, Donald Trump and his family. Now, their ventures in the Middle East don't start or end in Dubai, because entering in at number 5 of the best deals for Trump and the Trump family of his presidency, they're cashing in this time in Qatar. Coming soon to Doha, the Trump administration golf course. This is going to be an 18-hole course, a clubhouse, and high-end villas with beach access. A $5.5 billion deal, billion with a B, set to net the Trump family hundreds of millions of dollars. A deal that's reportedly in partnership with Qatari DR, a company owned by, in this case, the Qatari government itself. Now, I'm sure Qatar's multi-billion-dollar investment in the personal finances of the Trump family is entirely coincidental. I'm sure it is not intended to influence U.S. policy towards the country, which also hosts Al Jazeera, in any way. I know it's easy in all the Trump corruption and schemes to miss the forest for the trees, but let's not fail to appreciate just how unprecedented this is, just how corrupt and dangerous this is. The president's namesake company is directly in business with a foreign government. And the money is going into his pocket, not the Treasury, not your pocket as the taxpayer. It's going into Donald Trump and his family's pocket, his. But that's not the only Gulf nation in business with the president and his family, not by a long stretch. There is also Saudi Arabia, because entering in at number 4 is the newly announced Trump Tower in Jeddah and their two brand new projects in Riyadh. These will net the Trump family millions as well. And this isn't the first time the Trump family has cashed in with the Saudis. Months after Trump left office the first time, Jared Kushner's investment firm received a $2 billion investment from none other than the Saudi Crown Prince. A deal that was so shady, even the panel that screens investments for the Saudi Wealth Fund recommended against it. We all saw this happen.
The line between public service and a private global syndicate has completely dissolved. On the floor of the United States Senate, Adam Schiff laid out a clinical, terrifying map of the administration's top 5 international backroom transactions. While average citizens deal with cutbacks to foundational domestic programs, the executive branch has spent its initial 114 days establishing a multi-billion-dollar toll booth at the gates of American diplomacy. Schiff's breakdown proved that foreign policy isn't being guided by intelligence or national security, it's being sold off by the yard to sovereign wealth funds and corporate oligarchs looking to bypass the Constitution. The numbers start at a massive $5.5 billion luxury real estate partnership in Doha, funded directly by the state-owned Qatari Dayar Fund. Schiff exposed how these foreign checks funnel clean, private revenue straight to the family enterprise, running parallel to the infamous $2 billion Saudi injection managed by Jared Kushner. This global pay-to-play architecture turns hypercorporate with special government employee Elon Musk. Schiff entered unclassified State Department cables into the record, proving that nations like Lesotho are being actively threatened with devastating trade tariffs unless they sign lucrative monopoly contracts with Musk's private Starlink network. Add in Qatar's $400 million Sky Palace aircraft gift and a presidential meme coin operation extracting massive automated trading fees from anonymous foreign actors, and the picture is clear. When the White House functions as a financial clearinghouse for international oligarchs, the American public isn't being governed, it is being liquidated. They wrapped themselves in the flag and sold the country by the Bitcoin. Smash the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to @WalterWhitePods right now. Turn on notifications to stay armed with the unedited facts.